Hello everyone, I'm Denise with Spiritual Growth Tarot, and this reading will be for us for Friday, August 21st. And as always, I am opening to the cosmic laws of truth and love, which are one and the same, and the limitless abundance of the universe. And I'm going to do 5 cards, 2 for the morning, 1 for the theme and possibly midday, and then 2 for the afternoon and into the evening. Okay. Let's see what we have. So we have the Two of Swords, 5 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. You know what? Hold on one second. I'm going to drop the camera down. Okay, there we go. So now that it's closer, I'm hoping you can see the images better. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords, 5 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So the overall theme has to do with studying and moving forward in whatever ways that you're drawn to that are very practical, you know, to nurture your resources, to you know, go forward in really practical ways to get to where you want to be, you know, financially, health-wise. It's all about, you know, manifesting, and there's often a financial opportunity here or a new job, because the pages are often messengers. So this might have to do with a new job. And with the morning, you might be trying to decide, is this the job you want? Or is maybe something else coming in really, you know, really quickly that is more of what you want. But so with the Two of Swords in the morning, it brings in the element of a decision, of needing to, you know, make a decision, or that you don't have all the information that you want to make the decision. Oftentimes it is, you know, a little bit of like a pause, you know, a pause, and you have to go inside and, you know, maybe there's been too much information that has come in and you're trying to filter it all through. It definitely is an opportunity to trust your intuition. It has to do with, you know, making a choice from that deeper place and being really careful that you're not blocked, you know, on the emotional levels. For sure, you know, with the swords, we always have to be careful. With the Suit of Swords, we always have to be, you know, careful to not suppress our feelings at all. And that's especially true with the Pentacles and the Swords together, you know. But with this coupled with the Five of Cups, it might be that the decision is hard to make because you're worried about being disappointed, you know, like you have been in the past. For some of us, you know, these decisions are harder because of, you know, we're afraid we're going to repeat the future, or repeat the past into the future, and we absolutely, you know, don't want to do that. But this can also be a card of moving on and accepting, you know, the past and forgiving the past. It can sometimes be a card of grief, you know, like some of us may be going through. Some of you may be having a you know, a grieving experience that's happening, and when that happens, it's really challenging, because on one level you have no choice but to just, well, you can, you know, push down the emotions and not grieve, but I doubt that that's what you guys do. You know, that's not what anybody does that is moving, you know, towards their spiritual growth. It's all about feeling all of your feelings. But on one level, when we lose someone, we have no choice but to grieve. And, you know, it's any choices are taken away from us to do anything but grieve. And sometimes these cards come together that way. to explain that that's what's going on. So there can be loss, and there's, either no more indecision, you just have to grieve, or that it can be that there is a bit of an indecision because you're not really sure what you want and you don't want to repeat the past. So that's very understandable. Now with the Page of Pentacles, again, like I was saying before, this can be a new job, but it's often about studying, and it's moving forward from a position of strength to manifest and bring into your life exactly what it is that you want. If you want a degree, or you want a certificate, or any studies relate to this card. Now later on in the afternoon, there's, I believe, some information that comes through, a lot of information, or some documents that you need, some study guides, or coupled with this card, maybe some study guides, or just news that comes in. That is, there's a lot with the Eight of Wands. It's a lot. Now this can sometimes be the travel card, so this could be getting together an itinerary, for traveling, and then studying everything that you need to know for the place that you're going. For some of you, that could be the possibility, or that could be what's happening. And yeah, and going towards whatever you're curious about is what the Page of Swords relates to. Studying anything that you want, that is of your interest, and speaking, communicating with other people, because the swords often relate to communication. So it has to do with, reaching out to people that have the information that you need or that you want, and that exchange of information back and forth. You have information that they need as well. And that's especially true with the Eight of Wands here. So yeah, it can be a lot of information that comes through, and a lot of exchange of information, especially when you get really clear about which way you want to go. And it's, it's always very just practical, and once you make that decision, and once you let go of the fear of disappointment, once you can see this cup that's very, very full, that's also inside of you. I mean, look at the beauty here is, look at all the colors in her cup, and this cup is very full. Now, even though she's not looking at it, that kind of tells us that she's looking more of what she's lost, looking more at what she's lost. But if you can focus on that well of creativity and beauty that you have inside of you always, and focus on that, then you can move forward into having more of what you actually want to manifest. And again, don't forget, always remember, when it comes to manifesting, you have to not only plant the seeds, for what it is that you want. You have to nurture the seeds. You have to, bring the sunlight in, and you have to make sure they get, seeds get enough sunlight and water, and maybe, the nutrients as well. It's just like the physical body, you have to take care of it the same way. And then the creative visualization to see it come into fruition. But when you're doing all of that, you have to own it. You have to imagine, you have to put yourself in the place of already having it, whatever it is. And, the spiritual wisdom around that is knowing that it's already created for you. It's already there for you in the spirit world. It's just that we're in the space-time continuum here of duality, where we have to wait. It takes time. Like if we're planting a little baby tree, it's going to take time for it to grow into the big, beautiful tree that we see it. And same thing when we have children. It takes time for them to grow up. Got to keep feeding and watering them, right? And they grow like weeds. And then other times it has to do with something completely brand new, and you want it to come through quickly. So maybe you're researching on how you can bring it through as quick as possible, because it may honor something that you really, really need, and you've been putting off deciding on whatever that is. It looks like today is a good day for deciding on what that is, and knowing that you can actually you can absolutely have it, and it's actually already there for you in the spirit world. It's just about opening and waiting for it to to come through. But it may come through quickly with the Eight of Wands there. If it's not the thing, whatever that thing is, then, if it's not the job, or if it's not, the new home, or the new place to live, or whatever the new thing is, or the new certificate that you're going after, whatever it is, if it's not about it coming through quickly, it will definitely at least be getting the documents that you need, the information that you need to move it along. Because remember, of course, this is just Friday. This is just Friday. So it looks like it'll be a good study weekend for most of you. And just letting go of looking at the cup as being half empty. See it as being very, very full of your creativity and your spirit, because that's the truth. Okay, I'll be back later for Saturday reading, and I will see what we have there. Okay, meanwhile, everyone, take good care. Bye.